Hey, dreamer, welcome back to the Dream in Action podcast, the show where dreams are encouraged and action is always celebrated. I'm T. Ari, your host, dream doula, recovering overthinker, and yes, occasional dream doubter. And I help women, especially us fabulous midlife creatives, bring their ideas to life even when fear, fatigue, or what will they think energies try to block the flow. This week, I thought we would start something new. I've had a few listeners who know me as a singer suggest that I play some clips of my songs on the show. And I've been thinking about this for a while, and I thought, why not? Now, the thing though is my heart really is that with time, it wouldn't just be my songs, but songs from other independent music artists, because I personally know the grind involved in sharing our gifts with the world in the hope of making it a more beautiful place, leaving it a little better than we met it. And if the DIA platform is able to help one of those reach even one person who is in need of their message, then it will be my absolute honor to make that happen right here. So if you're interested, then please send me an email. If you're listening to this and you know someone who might be interested, then get them to send me an email on info@tri.com and I'll share more details about my heart regarding this. And yes, we'll take it from there. In the meantime, to kick things off, here is our maiden song clip taken from the song The Vow by yours truly, Tiari, and my incredibly talented hubby, Ase.
Was it all so long ago? You came into my world. Oh, would have known you make life a sweet song. They say the best things in life are free. You are a gift from above to me. With all of my heart, I say.
Now, let me just start by saying, if you've been feeling like you're the problem because you keep getting excited about an idea and then talking yourself out of it, or if you're great at starting but not so great at finishing, or you've got big plans but somehow end up reorganizing your spice rack instead, please know that I see you. And today we're talking about why that happens and, more importantly, how to stop it before it starts. Yes, my friends, this episode is all about self-sabotage, but not in the judgy, you need more discipline kind of way. We're simply unpacking it. We are getting underneath it, right down to the fear that fuels it. So people have called you lazy, and you probably feel like they're right. But what if what you are is scared and probably tired of letting fear have its free reign in your life? You're probably carrying more dreams than space to unpack them. So today, I'm walking you through 3 practical ways to rewire fear before it tricks you into ghosting your own dream again. And of course, as always, I'll be sharing a part of my own journey, like when I nearly did not record this podcast, plus tools that you can actually use. All right, let's do it. My name is Tiari, and this is the Dream in Action podcast.
Have you ever felt like you were just existing, not truly living? Like you were made for more, but somehow life got in the way? Hey, I'm Tiari, your host, transformational coach, and dream doula. Welcome to Dream in Action, the podcast where we don't just talk about dreams, we bring them to life. For years, I nurtured others, first as my mom's oldest child, then as a mother myself. And then somewhere along the way, I lost me, stuck in autopilot. But I was never able to shake the fact that my mom passed away at just 42, full of unfulfilled dreams. And I knew I couldn't keep waiting. So I embraced the stretch, took action, and found opportunities in places I never expected. Now, I help women over 40 do the same. Stop waiting, start dreaming, and take bold action. If you're ready to go from feeling stuck to building something meaningful, you're in the right place. This is Dream in Action. Hey dreamer, quick pause. If this episode is stirring something in you, but you're not sure how to start, I've got you. Grab my free Dream Activation Kit. It's your first bold step out of confusion and into clarity. Inside, you'll get the Spark session, a guided audio to help you reconnect with what you really want, my Dream Discovery Workbook to map it all out, and Dream Speak, a short affirmation track to boost your belief again. This isn't fluff, my friend. It is fuel, and it is completely free. DM me the word dream on Instagram at HeyTiari or head to the link in the show notes. All right, back to the episode.
So, what really is self-sabotage? This is a crucial place to start because we've all said it. I'm self-sabotaging again. Why do I keep doing this to myself? Maybe I'm just not cut out for this. Listen, I do it too, okay? Depending on the situation thrown at me, you will see me right there with you. But what if self-sabotage isn't a flaw, but a response from your brain trying to protect you from something that it perceives as dangerous? Psychologist Ellen Hendrickson puts it like this. Self-sabotage is when you consciously want something, but unconsciously act in a way that prevents you from getting it. So yeah, you want the business, the podcast, the book deal, the joy, but underneath it all, there's a part of you going, but what if we fail? But what if people talk? What if it's too late? That, my dear, is fear. But this fear has gotten slick. It dresses up as perfectionism, as busyness, as I'm not just ready yet. And I don't know if you've noticed this, but the older we get, it's no more just fear of failing. It's fear of wasting your one last shot at doing the thing. How many times have you thought to yourself, I just don't want to waste my time? And that pressure alone is enough to paralyze anyone. So here comes a story you won't believe, but I'll tell you anyway. I unconsciously tried to self-sabotage this podcast. It's why it took me 4 years to start in the first place. Even today, when it came to recording this episode, I spent a little longer doing my notes, and all of a sudden, everything was more urgent. Like, I need to read to my homeschooled son when I could schedule that time for later. I'm grateful that because I coach on this stuff, I have become even more self-aware of it lurking in my own life. It's one of those things that make coaching so special because you tend to coach yourself as you coach others. Anyways, I have now learned to ask myself, T, what are you really avoiding. And it's always the same thing. I was afraid that this episode or the podcast in itself won't be good enough or won't gain traction, that it wouldn't live up to its name or its title, that people will listen and think, it's not that deep. Classic sabotage or fear in stilettos, if you prefer. So the question is, how do we rewire that fear before it wrecks our flow? Here's what helps women that I coach move from leading with fear to moving forward. Number one, name the fear specifically, just like you saw me do in my own story. Because the power that fear has is in being vague. If all you're saying is, I'm scared, then your brain can't help you. It will just swirl and swirl. But when you say, I'm afraid that this idea will flop, I'm afraid I'll look stupid, or I'm afraid I'm too old to start again, that's when you can do something with it. That's something tangible that you can tear apart and deconstruct. So here's a quick exercise for you. Ask yourself, what exactly am I afraid of right now? Then once you ID the particular fear, then ask yourself again, what else could be true? Let's keep it in perspective, shall we? You're not running from lions here. You're recording a podcast. You are writing a book. You are building a business. You're simply living out your purpose. Number two, shorten the gap between idea and action. In other words, if you're going to do it, don't wait too long. You've probably heard of the 5-second rule by Mel Robbins. The longer you wait after inspired action hits, the more likely fear will jump in, tap you on the shoulder and say, maybe we shouldn't do that. So shrink the gap between idea and actualization and don't overthink it. I spoke a lot about this in episode 54 of the podcast. Analysis paralysis is a thing, but it can be overcome. So if an idea drops, do something about it immediately, or decide that you don't want to do anything about it, but decide quickly. And if you decide to do something about it, it doesn't have to be massive steps. It could be to record the voice note or jot the outline or DM a person. Little steps. All I ask is that those tiny steps be advancement steps and not treadmill steps. So in other words, make sure you're actually making progress and not just doing things that make you feel like you are making progress when you really aren't. And they are two very different things. Okay. So here is your action step. Pick one thing that you've been procrastinating on and give it just 5 minutes today. Just 5. You don't have to finish it. All I ask is that you start. Number 3, start proof and not pressure. Remember my brag book concept? If you watched the last episode 57, if I'm not mistaken, you would have heard me talk a lot about the brag book or talk a little bit about the brag book. Because listen, your brain is saying, hey girl, we've never done this before. So your job is to show it that actually, brain, I've done hard things over and over again. Because we all have, haven't we? So start collecting wins, no matter how small they are. And here's my little hack. Don't just collect them in your brain, actually write them down, also known as keeping a brag book. Sent the pitch, write it down. Posted the thing, write it down. Did you show up when you didn't feel ready? Write it down. And then when fear starts to mouth off, scroll through your receipts. Because you've got history. We all do. The problem with when we think of history is we only think of it in the context of failings, not in the context of wins. We easily forget the wins. So let your brag book be your reminder. Hey dreamer, quick pause.
If this episode is stirring something in you, but you're not sure how to start, I've got you. Grab my free Dream Activation Kit. It's your first bold step out of confusion and into clarity. Inside, you'll get the Spark session, a guided audio to help you reconnect with what you really want, my Dream Discovery Workbook to map it all out, and Dream Speak, a short affirmation track to boost your belief again. This isn't fluff, my friend. It is fuel, and it is completely free. DM me the word dream on Instagram at HeyTiari or head to the link in the show notes. All right, back to the episode.
So let's recap. How do you stop self-sabotage before it even starts? Number one, you name the fear specifically, because we cannot fight what we do not understand completely. We can't fight vague fear. Number two, shorten the gap between idea and action so you don't give fear time to sabotage. And then lastly, number three, stack proof and not pressure, proving to yourself that you've done brave things before. So if you're in midlife and feeling like time's running out, if you've got ideas but fear keeps pulling the plug, please hear me and hear me well. You are only scared. It's only fear. And being scared doesn't mean stopping. It means caution. It means be gentle and then go. The world doesn't need your perfection. We are the ones that demand this of ourselves. The world needs your truth, our truth. It needs your voice. It needs your presence. And by doing that, you're living out your purpose. And like I heard a preacher once say, and this is our quote for the week, by the way, there's a really short one. If you can afford to live without fulfilling your purpose, you will. So take the step, even if it is wobbly, even if it is late, even if it's just one sentence today. Because your dream is not going to birth itself, is it? So if this episode resonated with you today, screenshot the episode and tag me, HeyTiari, on Instagram with one fear you're letting go of this week. And hey, reviews matter and they are important to us. So if this episode has helped you, drop a 5-star review or share it with a friend. And share it with a friend. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep daring, and keep moving towards your spark.
And that's it for today's episode of Dream in Action. I hope this conversation stirred something in you, maybe a fresh idea, a little more clarity, or just a reminder that your dreams are valid and worth pursuing. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a new one. And if you're feeling generous, leaving a review helps people find this podcast. It's like telling the algorithm, hey, this is worth listening to. So if this spoke to you today, and you don't even do any of the other two, please share it with a friend or two. Before we go, let me leave you with one of my favorite Bible verses of all time. Never doubt God's mighty power to work in you and accomplish all this. He will achieve infinitely more than your greatest request, your most unbelievable dream, and exceed your wildest imagination. He will outdo them all, for his miraculous power constantly energizes you. Ephesians 3:20. Until next time, dream wildly, live boldly, and keep going. You got this.